A website is basically a place on the internet where people can find information, services, or products about something. You can think of it like a digital shop or office that is always open. People can visit it anytime from anywhere in the world using their phones or computers. Every website has its own unique address called a domain name, so visitors know where to find it. Also, we could say a website is a collection of web pages that are linked together and have been put under a domain name in order to access them. Websites can be classified into two main categories. Firstly, we have static websites. Static websites shows the same thing to everyone. It does not change unless the owner edits and updates it. It is simple and great for things like a basic portfolio website. Secondly, we have dynamic website. A dynamic website can change what you see depending on who you are, what you click, or what is happening at the moment. Social media, news websites, and most e-commerce stores are dynamic websites because the content is always changing. There are two main ways people build websites. The first way is by coding from scratch. This is when you write the code yourself using languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It gives you full control over how the site looks and works, but it takes more time and skills. Developers often use this method for custom projects where every detail matters. The other way of building website is by using a CMS. CMS stands for Content Management System. A CMS is a software that lets you build and manage a website without needing to code everything yourself. Examples of CMS include Wordpress, Shopify, Wix, Framer, just to name a few. To better understand this, think of coding from scratch like building a house brick by brick yourself, and CMS like moving into a house where the structure is already built, you just decorate and arrange it the way you like. So in this course, we are going to focus on how to build websites using CMS. To be specific, we are going to be using WordPress since it is the best so far. What is WordPress? WordPress is a tool that helps you create and manage a website without needing to write the code yourself. It is a type of content management system as we saw earlier, which means it gives you a dashboard where you can add pages, posts, images, and change your design easily. How popular is WordPress? WordPress is extremely popular. In fact, it powers more than 40% of all websites on the internet. That means almost half of all the websites you visit might be built using WordPress. From small blogs to big company websites, it might just be WordPress. Why use WordPress? People love WordPress because it is flexible. It is easy to use. Anybody can learn how to use it. It works for almost any kind of website, and there's a huge community to help you if you get stuck. Basic terminologies in WordPress. Throughout this course, I am going to be using these terminologies, which are very important for you to understand, or at least just know they exist. Domain name. A domain name is your website's address on the internet. It is what people type in their browser to visit your website. For example, if you want to visit Facebook's website, type their domain name, facebook.com. Domain extension. This is the last part of your domain name, like .com, .org, .net, .cm, or .uk, etc. You can actually create your own extension. For example, Facebook can decide to use facebook.whatsoever word they want. Hosting. Hosting is the online space where all your website files live. Without hosting, your website will not be online. In order to get hosting services, providers like Hostinger, OrangeHost, Bluehost, etc. are used. SSL or TLS certificate. SSL or TLS certificate makes your website secure. It is what changes your address from HTTP to HTTPS and adds the little padlock in the browser, which protects your visitors' data. cPanel or Edge panel. This is the control panel your hosting provider or company gives you to manage your website settings, files, database, and emails. Professional emails. These are email addresses that match your domain name. Like for instance, we have support@facebook.com. They make you look more professional than using free Gmail or Yahoo email. SMTP. SMTP is the technology your website uses to send emails reliably without it going to the spam folder. WordPress dashboard. Once WordPress is installed, the WordPress dashboard is the main control center for your website. From here, you can add pages, change your design, install plugins, and manage all the contents. Site title. The site title is your website's name. It appears at the top of your browser. See this example. Tagline. The tagline is a short phrase that describes your website. It is more like a slogan. Fav icon. A fav icon is the tiny icon that appears in the browser tab next to your site title. It is usually your logo or a small symbol. Themes. A theme controls how your site looks. It controls the layout, colors, fonts, and style. You can change your theme without affecting your content. Page editor. A page editor is a tool inside WordPress we can use to design and build website pages. For example, we have the default WordPress editor and Elementor. Throughout this course, we are going to stick with Elementors. Container or sections. In a page editor, a container or section is like a big box that holds part of your page. Widgets in page editors. Widgets are the small building blocks you place inside a section or container while building and designing a website. Commonly used widgets include text boxes, images, buttons, or videos. Pages. Pages are individual documents that makes up a website. Think of a website like a book. The book is the entire website. Each page is a separate section that has its own content and unique URL. It can be static or dynamic, as we saw above. Posts. Posts are for blog or news content. They are listed in order with the latest first, and they are used to regularly update articles. Plugins. Plugins are like apps for your website. They add extra features. Examples include contact forms, rank math, Elementor, etc. Forms. Forms permit website visitors to send you information like messages, bookings, or feedback. A contact form is the most common example. Header and footer. The header is the top part of your website, often with the logo and menu. The footer is the bottom part, usually with contact details, copyright, and quick links. They are standard throughout the website.